Everyone is talking about AI replacing jobs, but what about hacking? Can a simple CLI tool actually perform a penetration test for you? Welcome back to Xalgord. Today we are trying something different. I have set up the Gemini CLI, Google's AI model running directly into my terminal, and I'm gonna see if it can autonomously audit a website for vulnerabilities. Our today target is testphp.vulnerweb.com. It's an intentionally vulnerable application which makes it perfect firing range to see if this AI is actually smart or just hallucinating. Here is a disclaimer. Everything you see in this video is performed on a legal testing environment. Always have permission before scanning any target. Let's jump into the terminal. First, a quick look at the setup. I'm using Gemini CLI essentially on an orchestration agent. And using this command, you can install the Gemini. Make sure you have npm installed in your system. Now, the first thing we will do is create a gemini.md file where we will provide system commands. I have created the system commands for Gemini here. If you want these commands, I will provide you with the GitHub link in the description. Save the file and close it. Now open the Gemini. Using YOLO command, you will not have to give any approvals to the tools or commands. Here you can select the model which you want to use. I will select Pro model. Here it asks me to switch to 2.5 Pro and just enter. Now we have to give the command that read the gemini.md file so that it will load those system commands that I have written in that file. Once it's done, now we can ask it who you are. And now it will tell that I am an expert and advanced AI cybersecurity agent. Now we will provide the target. And press the enter. Now rest of the work will be done by this AI itself. As you can see, it started any nmap scan. It found the open ports. Now it started spidering the websites using GoSpider. What's crazy is that Gemini understands the standard methodology. It doesn't just guess, it knows it needs to map the application first. Watch how it immediately suggests looking for the specific endpoints. Because it was taking too long, I pressed the escape button to stop the ghost spider. Now I will type enough ghost spider, move further, and press enter. So here you can see it started a Nikto scan. After Nikto, it jumped for nuclei scan. After the nuclei scan is finished, it automatically shifted its focus towards the SQL injection. So here you can see it started finding URLs with the parameters. Okay, look at this. It immediately flagged the vulnerable parameter. Any seasoned pen tester knows that a URL parameters like cat is equals to 1 is screaming for an SQL injection test. On the screen, you can see it automating the verification. It's successfully injecting a payload that verified the vulnerability. If this were a real client, we just dumped their database. But it wasn't done. It also pivoted to the search function. Looked at the output here. It detected a reflected cross-site scripting vulnerability. It realized that the input wasn't being sanitized before being echoed back to the user. Within just a few minutes of screen time, we have multiple SQL Injection and XSS, and I barely touched the keyboard. So, what's the verdict? The Gemini CLI successfully identified critical flaws in testphp.vulnerweb.com. But more importantly, look at the context it provides. It doesn't just say you have a bug, it explains why the PHP code is vulnerable and suggests being prepared statements to fix the SQL injection. It also spotted the login page at login.php. In a real engagement, this is where you look for authentication bypasses or credential stuffing. This demonstration proves that the AI agents can speed up boring parts of pentesting. But remember, test.php is just an easy target. Real-world WAFs are much harder to bypass. I'm going to be pushing this tool further in the next video, maybe against a harder machine. If you want to see that, make sure you have subscribed to Xalgord. Drop a comment if you used any AI tool in your workflow yet. Thanks for watching and happy hacking.